They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Wilson to throw right away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Barnett. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a give right side. It's Barnett. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lance. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And Gay knocks this one through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnett, and he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, Barnett, and they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. The Niners at 8-2 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Here we go, set. 60 red. 60 red. Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Barnett, and he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 30. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback, instead he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Yellow. 22. Red. Yellow. Hut.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Black ultra. Ultra.
Throwing now is Lance. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Check, 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 check.
They run again with Walker. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's complete to Lockett.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
49ers 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 82 yards.
And the Niners have regained the lead.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return from the 49er touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Josh Jones.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Barnett, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams, but when you're able to successfully...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
His 9th rushing touchdown now on the year, number 10 overall. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. This is the tight end fan. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On 1st down, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again here, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. Rosa's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Ready? 56, right there, 56. Watch out now, 50 Fury. Check 50, check 50. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Step, go.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter. Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. 20 for touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries, but the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Drake Jackson able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Wilson to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nick Bosa, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now a give right side. It's Barnett.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Shot 17.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for him.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now a toss coming right side. Right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Josh Jones. And the 49ers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Blue. 6, Mega. Let him know. Tens of Mike.
To throw, it's Lance. Able to find Gray here.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Check. Hot. Eat old Blue. Push him back.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Niners extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
To throw is Wilson. Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Drake Jackson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Drake Jackson
Drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line.
At the 45.
Play action. Now it's Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The Lance going to throw. Finding Gray going across the field. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Here we go. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator,
You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that
his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a give right side. Barnett. And he's brought down.
123 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On 2nd down, it's Barnett, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up.